I'm not sure why you would, but if you're looking for alcohol-free whiskey, check this out. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I have free spirits, which is kind of a double meaning in this case because this is non-alcoholic bourbon. So I guess it says the spirit of bourbon. It doesn't actually say bourbon because it's actually from Marin County, California. So maybe the first good thing to come out of California, but right now, I actually don't know. Kind of looks like apple juice. But what's interesting about this is it says it's a rich, oaky, non-alcoholic alternative to bourbon with B vitamins and other functional ingredients. I'm not sure that I go to my alcoholic drinks for vitamins, but this only has 5 calories, and it really has, like, I won't say no alcohol, but trace amounts of alcohol. So you can just mail order this thing, it comes to your house, you don't need to sign for it. But a lot of people will ask me, hey, can I drink non-alcoholic beer, non-alcoholic bourbon? And I don't know if your situation allows it. You know, say you suffer from alcoholism and you want to drink something, but you don't want the alcohol. I mean, there's alcohol in a lot of stuff, like fermented things and whatnot. I don't know, like, what causes problems for people or how much your body can tolerate and all that stuff. So, I don't know. But I wanted to try this out. I actually tried another alcohol-free whiskey from Monday. I can see some value in it, but it's not something I would drink certainly straight. So I thought maybe I'd give another one a chance here. I will tell you that over the Monday, this is decidedly less dark. So it has much more of a kind of a traditional, man, my cork is in there, traditional color. I thought the Monday was actually a little too dark. It actually looked a little bit like pre-made old-fashioned. Okay. It's got like a fruity smell to it, so does it smell like bourbon? I mean, maybe a little bit, but more like a sherry or maybe a port or something like that. So that's what it looks like. Again, I mean, I would say that definitely is bourbon in color. If you were to have this in front of someone and show them, I would think this is bourbon. And a little bit of an oaky, a smoky, fruity flavor. But right now, I'm definitely not smelling it and saying, oh, that's one of my alcoholic bourbons. So it's definitely a little thin. It's a little watery. I don't know how they make this. I don't know if you actually make bourbon and then remove the alcohol or something. I'll be honest, at this point, I kind of feel like what they are doing is they are adding a bunch of stuff to kind of simulate bourbon. It's kind of like synthahol on Star Trek. And I get why Scotty was like, what in bloody blazes is this? Because as a whiskey, bourbon, or scotch drinker, this is not tricking me. So it does have a little bit of bite on the back end, so I feel like I'm breathing up kind of like a Tabasco or like a pepper or something like that. So it's kind of giving you a little bit of sharpness on the back end, which is normally what the alcohol would do. So I feel like they're trying to simulate it like that. Now, I will say because this is a little thinner, it's kind of a little tart. I mean, it definitely has more fruity notes to it, and maybe because it has no alcohol in it, that's just how it's going to taste. But this I could probably pour myself a glass of or put this over the rocks and kind of sip it. I definitely would not drink this too heavily because it tastes like peppery fruit juice to me, you know, very peppery fruit juice. And it's not unpleasant. And actually what I would say here is that after drinking the Monday, which I probably would not drink straight, but you could definitely use it to mix like a non-alcoholic cocktail, you know, a mocktail. This, I might be inclined to have a drink or two of it naked like this. But I would say what this is probably best for is for making your favorite whiskey bourbon-based cocktail, a Manhattan, an old-fashioned, a whiskey sour, something like that, without the alcohol, right? And you're kind of getting on some of the drink this whiskey-like flavor. So that's what I would say this is probably best for. Not for drinking straight, not for sitting around and having poker night and drinking your favorite bourbon and not getting intoxicated so that you can really swindle everyone at the table. Yeah, you're not probably going to want to do that. What I would say is that if you're going to mix this with other mixers, make a cocktail, but avoid the intoxicating effects of bourbon because you're driving that night or you're working early in the morning, or in my case, because I start drinking at 8 a.m., well, then this is the right thing for you. So if you want to pick up a bottle of free spirits, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.